Sorry about that. I don't know why my camera just stopped recording randomly, but back to it. So I kind of went through this already. On to the next one. There. The fairy tokens are actually a pretty decent price. Empress Shieldbreaker, that's actually a good one. Yeah, promo. Ah, the Great Henge. That's the pull that we were waiting for. That is the $40 to $44 one. So that's a third of the price of the box right there. Super powerful card. So, all right, that's it. That's all we needed then. I guess we'll go through the rest. On Adventure, Stone Coil Serpent. This is another one I don't remember exactly what the price point on was. Probably pretty decent though. Cauldron Familiar. Another card that everybody hated. Right. The Goat. Foily and Luckmere Serpent. I don't think this was a huge heavy hitter. 7/7 though. A lot of sacrifice going on there. Dance of the Manse. No, that's not. That's nothing. Pulled that before. Mystic Sanctuary. That's not bad. That's between 50 cents and $1, something like that. I think this one is still banned in Modern. I think that one, Oko, and Once Upon a Time are still banned. Actually, Oko's banned. The only real things that Oko's legal in is Vintage and Commander. Pretty much a pariah everywhere else. A Human? Swamp. Yep, Speak of the Devil. But I think I pulled 3 of these in just random packs that I've opened over the last couple of years. Oh, Sir Conrad. Oops. Sir Conrad, between 50 cents and $1, pretty sure. Aren't any cards so far that I've wanted to turn upside down like I did in the last video. Definitely push the power on this one. Alright, Foily and Wishclaw Talisman. I don't remember seeing this one. Enters the battlefield with 3 wish counters on it. 1, remove a wish counter from Wishclaw Talisman. Search your library for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. An opponent gains control of Wishclaw Talisman. Activates the ability only during your turn. I don't know about that one. Oh, there we go. Emery, Lurker of the Loach. I think it's between 2 and 3. 3 mana for 1/2. Costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. Choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. Alright, pretty sweet. A third of the way through the box with this pack. The Royal Scions. Here we go. Getting quite a few good pulls. I don't remember the exact price on that one, but it's a pretty good hit. Will and Rowan. All right. There's our first fairy. It's about $1.50-ish, something like that for these tokens. I wanted to get some, so I looked through my the token thing in my LGS to see if they had any. I couldn't find them, so went home and looked online. And, $1.50 a piece. That's why they weren't there. Linden, Steadfast Queen. The Shafting of White, I believe, brought up this card. All the legendaries, each color basically got a legendary. I think it was a legendary for 3. And this one kind of got clowned on because whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. Pretty underwhelming compared to, what the other colors got. But, such is the way of white. So, Cara the Bold. Circle of Loyalty. Foil, yeah. Foily, no less. Not huge. $9 or so, but pretty nice. And Fervent Champion. I don't remember this one either specifically. First strike haste when it attacks, another target attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Equip abilities that you activate that target Fervent Champion costs 3 less to activate. Not bad. Not bad. Good Boros equipment. I'm calling that. Fey Wishes, also not a huge one. Nice card though. Witch's Oven, the old Witch's Oven and Cauldron Familiar combo that everybody hated. Oh, fancy showcase. I think showcase cards. Rimrock Knight. Foil Showcase. Bad pull. Nice and shiny. Castle Lockwaith. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp. And 3 mana tap it, draw a card, then you lose life equal to the number of cards in your hand. I think this is between A little under $1. Still racking my head trying to figure out why these boxes are so cheap. Is it just because the set's unpopular, or because there's a few cards still banned in Modern, or I'm not particularly sure, but I think in the future it's definitely going to climb up there. Feasting Troll King. Can't remember that one. I think it's in the 50 cent to $3 range. Sir Alan. The Mystic Sanctuary. Alright, not bad, not bad. Ventress Gargoyle, not a huge hit. Can't attack unless the player has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. Oh, Fabled Passage, another good one. This is actually the only fetch land that I own. I got one copy of, so not quite as good as one of the other fetch lands, but not bad, not bad. Piper of the Swarm. I did not look at the price of this before I started, so I'm not exactly sure what that one's worth. Trail of Crumbs. Yeah, when I first started seeing this set, I was a little bit turned off by the whole fairy tale theme. Kind of wasn't into it, but once I started getting into it a little bit better and realizing how powerful all the cards were, then I kind of changed my mind a little bit. Fires of Invention. This one's a weird one, because you would think it would be a little bit heavy hitter, but this is actually one of the cards that got banned in Standard, but definitely took a hit. Went down to it's like a 20-cent rare now. Kind of sucks because it's an interesting card. 4-mana enchantment. You can only cast spells during your turn. You can cast no more than 2 spells each turn, and you may cast spells with CMC less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. So it's not banned anywhere else. It's just just hasn't found its place yet, I guess. I will try to find a place for it, I'm sure. Magic Mirror, another good one. Another good pull. Alright, that's Mythic, 9 mana. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant or sorcerer in your graveyard. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a knowledge counter on Magic Mirror, then draw a card for each knowledge counter on the Magic Mirror. A little expensive, but that doesn't always mean anything. So another good pull. Lucky Clover, this one got banned. One of the 7 actually that got banned in Standard. Not a huge price point. Good for adventure decks though. Alright, almost halfway. I think we're doing a little bit better on the time. I don't think we're gonna hit 35 minutes for this one. Happily Ever After. Also not a huge hit. Different win con for white though. Kenrick's Transformation. I didn't look at this one. This one might be worth a little bit. Removal, green removal. Mystical Dispute. It hovers around the $1 range. Escaped the Wilds, another one of the bands. I should have had an extra pile just for the all the band cards. I think this one hovers around 50 cents to $1. Exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may play cards exiled this way until the end of your next turn. And you may play an additional land this turn. 5 mana sorcery. Pretty cool. Drown in the Losh, another one. Hovers around the $1 to $2 range. So much value in every slot. Common, uncommon, rare, mythic. With another Wishclaw Talisman. Foily? Yep, foily. Faber Elder. I didn't look up this one either. 3 mana, 0/0, vigilance. Gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control. You can tap it for each color among permanents you control. Add 1 mana of that color. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. Oops. Down to the last third. Turn of the Wild Speaker. I think it's in the $1 to $3 range. And big night theme to this one. Night, food, adventure. Not really too big into the night theme, but I just have to buckle down and build a night deck. No. Nothing really too big. 2 mana. Players have no maximum hand size. XX each player draws X cards. I think probably the fact that it's hits every player is kind of what's holding it back from having value. If it was one way, it'd probably be a pretty good card. I want to have my opponent draw cards too. Lovestruck Beast. Nice showcase. Epic Downfall. Definitely one of the better removal that we've gotten the last couple of years. 2 mana sorcerer, exile target creature with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Hits a lot of things. Murderous Rider. Not catch the price on that one. Foily. Worthy Knight. No, not a huge one. Good for the night. Good for the night deck though. 2 mana 2/2. Whenever you cast a night spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Another familiar. I think that's what, six packs left. No Oko yet. Let's see if we can get that one. Wicked Wolf. Enters the battlefield, fights up to one target creature you don't control. Sacrifice a food, not a pood. Put a +1/+1 counter on it against indestructible and tap it. Bad. Archon. I think, yeah, another Hate Bear. I was kind of hoping I'd get this one. I might have already gotten it once and not noticed, but 4 mana, 3/2 flying, protection from white, which is kind of weird. But creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. I think that one might find a spot in the deck. Another Mystic. Castle Ardenvale. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control planes, and the option to create 1/1 white human creature tokens. Always nice. Mr. Conrad. Rogue. Gadwick the Wise, and also not a huge one. Just rare. X and 3 blue. Enters the battlefield, draw its cards. When you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent opponent controls. I might find a spot for it. Doesn't seem too bad. No Embercleave, no Oko, and no Questing Beast yet. Foily. Torbran. Torbran, that's a good one. 4 mana, 2/4, red source. You control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent that opponent controls. Deals that much damage +2 instead. I think it's between 50 cents and $1. Alright, down to 2 packs left. I really shouldn't complain that I haven't seen Oko or Questing Beast yet, because we did get a great henge. So, I mean, I should be satisfied. Oh, Robber the Rich, that's a good one. 2 mana, reach, haste. When it attacks, if the defending player has more cards in hand than you, exile the top card of their library. During any turn you attacked with a rogue, you may cast that card and you may spend mana as if it were any color to cast it. Pretty good pull. Alright, last one. Alright, I think it's red. Thundering Stroke. Not a big one. Can't complain though. We got the henge. That's all we were hoping for. So not bad. Not bad at all. Got some good stuff. And like I said, if any of you want to jump on these boxes, they're still cheap. I don't imagine they'll stay that way forever, so check it out. All right. Thank you guys. All right, bye.